evening. Happy Sunday to everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend and we getting ready for Monday. Now I read this article, skimmed through it, and I found it kind of interesting. It almost seemed like Trump can't make his mind up, but I'll let you guys interpret that. Dow Jones futures fall, oil prices rise after Trump threatens to obliterate Iran's power plant. And I'll read this a little bit. Dow Jones futures edged lower Sunday night, while SP futures and Nasdaq futures fell slightly. U.S. crude oil prices edged higher after briefly testing $100. Mr. Trump threatened to obliterate Iran's power plant. Stocks didn't like that, ladies and gentlemen. Stock market fell solid last week. We all know that with major indexes breaking below its 200-day moving average. We all know about the Dow Jones today. Let's talk about this. U.S. crude oil futures rose to a fraction of $98 a barrel, briefly to $100. Y'all know that. 10-year Treasury yields rose slightly to 4.41, continuing to surge over the past five weeks. This is what Trump posted on Truth Social. President Trump posted on Truth Social Saturday night that the U.S. will obliterate Iran's power plant in Tehran if they do not fully open without, let me fully read this. Tehran doesn't fully open without threatening the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours. So pretty much he's given Iran 48 hours to lower the threat in Strait of Hormuz, or he's going to obliterate their power plant, their power grid, I think they said. Iran's power plant. We're going to keep reading. Iran retaliated. Military said they will strike energy infrastructures and desalination plants. Desalination. Forgive me, y'all. Desalination plants in a region if the U.S. targets its power plants, because a lot of the our allies in the Middle East, they use desalination plants, obviously, to convert salt water to fresh water. They have a lot more desalination plants out there than we have out here. So that'll be a major blow to our allies. Last Friday, Trump posted that he was considering window down, whatever that means. That's right. The Iran war is saying military efforts have. That's right. He did say that. It's like he goes back and forth. Trump has said multiple times that the Iran war was almost over, only to quickly signal extended operations or escalated. Meanwhile, the Trump administrations have internally discussed over what the peace talks and eventually a deal might entail. Stock market rally. The stock market rally started with gains, but ended with sharp losses as oil prices, they're talking about last week, and bond yields kept rising, especially overseas. And the major index broke its, we all know that, 200-day moving average. Here's the 10-year Treasury yield. The 10-year Treasury yield jumped 11 basis points. This is all based off what Trump said. We're going to obliterate their power plant. And they're talking they're going to retaliate and hit desalination plants. So the stock market reacted, 4.39, up 19 basis points. Despite the Federal Reserve talking about one rate cut, possibly in 2026. Meaning, the stock market is sinking, kind of. I'm not trying to speak for anybody else, but it's not looking good. So they're trying to find a catalyst here. Global oil prices rise. Aim Trump comments Iran war. Middle East. Iran says Strait Hormuz open to all except, yes, ships there. Okay, got it. Brent crude futures. The global benchmark jumped 8.8 to 112 through off weekly highs of about 119. Iran attacks the Gulf energy assets, which they did. Some Middle East crude cash prices were $150 or higher. I know in Europe, they're paying like $10 a gallon, ladies and gentlemen. I know when I went to Dallas today, I was monitoring gas prices. I saw diesel as high as $5.29 in Texas. While the U.S. is somewhat insulated to its high domestic, that's what I just said. high domestic oil and natural gas products, high prices of energy, fertilizer, and more, along with surging bond yields, rate concerns about global stagflation. We're talking about on a global side. This is a huge energy crisis globally. And they're talking about the ETFs that were affected. I'll name some. Uh, IGB fell 1.4. Let's do, ARK. Y'all know about ARK. Kathy Woods shed 1.6 last week. RKG 1.2. Tesla. Okay, got it. XLE. These are all your energy stocks. Well, here's energy. XLE rallied 2.8. 13 straight week again. That's energy. Healthcare retreated 3%. Industrials declined 1 point. So the only sector that's doing good, it seems to be energy. Finances edge up 0.04. Computer got stuck. So they're going to say what to do now. Let's talk about some heavy hitters. Nvidia gave bullish AI chip guidance this past week. But Nvidia stock, see, they had the GTC meeting. That GTC conference they had, and they still didn't gain anything. Fell 4.1%, down to 172.93. Stocks on sale. Tesla expects a full self-driving approval in Europe soon, but FSD faces an expanded NHTSA Pro at home, while true self-driving promises have been met. Meanwhile, China EV rivals are launching a slew of new and updated models, while Tesla, cupboard is bare. Looks like Tesla's falling behind the race. Tesla stock fell 5.9. Dang, Tesla's under $400. $367 dropped below its 200-day moving average. On Saturday, CEO Elon Musk said Tesla and SpaceX would jointly work with Terafab project for advanced chips manufacturing into extremely expensive technical challenges in long-term fields. So this is what the stock market's saying what to do. Stock market continues to trend lower and has no clear support levels left. That's exactly what I just said. Some sectors are doing well, but even they are prone to huge swings and risk massive sell-offs. Iran war news changes. Investors should largely be in cash, avoiding new buyers or making small pilot purchases. Let's see, with the index below their 200-day moving average, investors also may want to consider trimming or exiting some long-term winnings. So a lot of all factors would be involved with those decisions. At some point, the market will have to sustain uptrend. It has to come back. If Trump were to announce the end of the hostilities, the market reaction could be stunning. God, that would be nice. Often the big winner takes off in the first several days of the new rally. So it's important to stay engaged and working and watch list. Look for stocks flexing relatively strength. Next Power has a new handle. Okay, double down bottom. Okay, double bottom base. Applied Materials and Eastern Group have pulled back. Okay, got it. Y'all can read, right? The the big picture every day is to stay in sync with the market, direct and lead stocks and sectors. With all that said, that's the end of the video. It wasn't a lot of good news. It was a video about information, guys. You heard what they said. I'm holding tight in my position, and I'm gonna buy a couple of stocks on sale. I planted a couple of seeds last week in C3AI, and Beyond Meats has their earnings this week. BYND ticker symbol. With all this said, have a great Sunday and a great work week. Y'all be blessed. Great Empire out. I'll let y'all whoop.